This practice is for you. So take this time to do something for yourself, especially if you're an educator. We don't really have a lot of time to do things for ourselves. So take it upon you to give this practice to yourself as a gift, a practice that lets you sink into your body and actually be there and not be somewhere else. So, and also be kind to yourself. Yoga isn't about pushing yourself to do crazy stretches or crazy lifts or getting into the air or looking cool. Yoga is about being kind to yourself and kind to your body and kind to your energy. There might be a lot of cats also throughout this video, so just bear with me if they're walking between my legs. They love to practice with me. Okay? Let's get started. Namaste. So let's come into a comfortable seat. You can do cross-legged like I am in right now. If that doesn't work for you, you can come down to your back. If you have a blanket, this can be really good for under your hips. It lifts up your hips a little bit, lets your knees sink down a little bit more, and gets your spine tall. So once you find your comfortable seat, flutter your eyes closed or have a soft gaze looking down. You can place your hands wherever you like. If they are on the knees, you would keep your hands open to be offered any energy from the universe. If you're looking for more energy to be uplifted, you can put your palms down if you need more grounding energy. If you've been really stressed out, really in your head, not feeling settled in yourself, then put your hands down. If you can't decide which one you want to do, you can just slip one hand up, one hand down, and then you get the best of both energies of grounding and uplifting. So once you find your hand placement and find your seat, just settle in. Sit and be with your body. Take a full body scan from head to chest, to belly, to your pelvis, your legs, and then your feet. Just notice, no judgment, what maybe areas of the body are calling for attention. And then start to breathe deep. We're going to take some cleansing breaths. So it's in through nose, out through the mouth, a nice and loud sigh. Don't be shy. In through nose, breathe it out. One more time, in through nose, out through mouth. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart into Anjali Mudra or prayer position. At the beginning of my yoga practices and many yoga practices, I love to set an intention. An intention is something that you wish for, that you would like to embody, but let them be kind. Don't let it be something like, I wish to stretch really long, or I wish to get stronger. Of course this practice will make you strong, but this practice isn't just about the physical, it's about the mental, it's about the emotional. So think about some intentions that are kind to you and are good for your soul. And they usually start with I am. So the intention that I'm going to be setting today is I am compassionate, or I am self-compassionate. Because that's something we all need sometimes. But your intention can be I am joy, I am peace, I am love, whatever speaks to you. If nothing comes to mind, that's okay. The practice might bring it out. Your intention can simply be I am. So once you've settled and thought of an intention, repeat it to yourself 3 times. 1 for your physical body, 1 for your emotional body, and 1 time to send out into the universe. And you're stating these intentions as if they are already true. So as you sit and breathe through your nose, in through nose, out through nose, set your intention 3 times. you're ready, bring your palms down to your knees, flutter your eyes open, and we can begin the physical practice. So as you sit, make sure you're getting your spine nice and tall, your heart is radiating forward. And we are going to just start with some neck rolls, especially if you've been at a computer all day, if your neck is tight, if you've been really stressed and have had your shoulders up to your ears, we're going to get some neck rolls in to relieve some of that. So as you sit up tall, you want to take your chin to your chest, and you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck. Sit and breathe into that space, in through nose, out through nose. On your next inhale, roll your ear to your right shoulder, and you should feel a nice stretch in the side of your neck. On your next exhale, come back to center. Have your chin down to your chest. Take one breath in, out, and roll your ear to your left shoulder. On your next inhale, bring your chin back to chest. And we're going to start to take some neck rolls. So please be careful. Yoga isn't about pain. If you start to feel pain, come back a little bit. Sensation is good. That's what you breathe into, but we're not looking for pain. So bring your chin to your chest. And we can start doing neck rolls halfway into full. So you can roll your ear to your right shoulder, up to the top, gazing to the sky. And then you can come back down to your right shoulder, back chin to chest. And let's take it to the left. So left ear to your left shoulder, looking up to sky, and come down to chin. And now we want to make sure we're incorporating the breath. So inhale on your way up, exhale on your way down. Inhale left, exhale down. And let's take full circles now if you feel ready. So inhale to the right, exhale on your way back down towards the left. Inhale to the right, exhale on your way back down. And let's switch the circles. Let's go to the left. Inhale to the left, exhale down to the right, inhale left, exhale down to the right. And when you're ending with your chin at your chest at heart center, lift up your chest and we'll start incorporating the rest of the body. So take your hands out wide and we're going to inhale up, look up if your neck feels comfortable, exhale through heart center. And we'll repeat it a few times. So inhale, gaze towards the sky. Exhale to heart center. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, heart center. And this last one, really picture you're collecting all of this beautiful energy that you're going to cultivate on your inhale. Exhale, bring that energy right into your being. Great job. All right, now we're going to inhale up and really grow tall. Feel the stretch in your side body. Then, as you inhale again, get tall. Exhale, twist to your right. You're going to bring your left hand to your right knee, and you're trying to bring your right hand as a second spine behind your back. Don't try to crank yourself too much. Let the breath do the work. If your neck feels comfortable, you can gaze over your right shoulder. And as you inhale, imagine yourself getting taller. And as you exhale, feel the middle of your body, the middle torso, turning towards the right. You might get a little deeper, you might not. That's okay. Meet your body where it's at. And sit and breathe. So inhale, get taller. Exhale, maybe bend a little bit deeper. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist deeper. And one more with your own breath. your next inhale, come back to center. Get tall first, feel the stretch in your side body. Then we're going to twist to the left. So bring your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind your back in the second spine, and we're doing the same thing. So feel yourself, inhale, get taller. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, maybe twist deeper. One more time with your own breath. On your next inhale, lift your hands all the way up. Bring your hands to heart center. And let's roll forward. And I'm going to be switching on my mat, so you can come this way on your mat. If you have soft knees, please feel free to use a blanket. You can double up on your mat. Make sure you're doing something that makes you feel safe. As you come here into this position, you have your knees under your hips and your hands are directly under your shoulders. But first we're going to take a nice child's pose. So bring your two toes to touch. Bring your knees out wide, maybe as wide as your yoga mat. And you're sinking all the way back. And you're stretching your arms all the way forward. This should feel really good in your hips and in your lower back. And as you sink into your child's pose, rest your forehead on your mat. So this is your third eye space, and it can be really grounding and very calming. And just know in this practice, you are always welcome to come to child's pose. It's not about who can do the best or things like that. Sometimes yoga is about just staying on your mat and getting through a video. So whenever you need rest, you are always welcome to come to child's pose. As you come into your child's pose, rest your forehead to your mat and just breathe into your back body. Take a few cleansing breaths if those feel appropriate to you to release any energy or if your mind is racing. And take one more breath in your child's pose. And be grateful for being on your mat. All right, roll forward and we're back into tabletop. To save your wrists a little bit, you're going to want to make sure that you are pressing into the fleshy part where your pointer finger is and your thumb. You also want to make sure that your feet are grounded at the back of the mat and you want to feel yourself pushing up out of the mat. This can be a very active pose. Instead of sinking right away, you want to tuck your navel and protect your lower back, and you're in this position. Take one deep breath in through nose and out through nose. And we're going to start rolling into some cat-cows. So for cat, you would inhale and you're rolling your shoulders back, dropping your middle spine and lifting your tailbone. And if appropriate, looking up to the sky. On your exhale, we're going to go into cat. I might have already said that, that's okay. You're going to roll your back and you're feeling yourself pushing your spine all the way up and stretching in between your shoulders. Inhale, come back to cow. You can roll through. Sometimes it feels good to tuck your feet. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more time with your breath. On your next inhale, come back to neutral table, and we're going to take it up to down dog. So you can walk your hands a little bit forward. You're going to tuck your feet and really lift from your hips. And you're going to lift from your hips and come all the way back into down dog. Definitely take your dog for a walk, pedal the feet out so you can straighten one leg and bend very deeply into the other, and get settled. Really what you want to feel here is your hips pointing up towards the sky and you're pressing equally into your hands and into your feet.
So one of my favorite yoga teachers does a chakra cleanser usually in down dog, so let's do that. So you're going to take your feet as wide as your mat, take your hands as wide as your mat, and take a deep cleansing breath. So inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. If you missed that one, we're going to do it again. So inhale. Great job. Bring your hands and feet back to a comfortable position. And then what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly walk to the top. Enjoy the movement. Feel the sensations in your body. And I'll meet you at the top in a forward fold. Bend your knees generously. If you don't have flexible hamstrings, and I know I don't usually have them in the morning, bend your knees. Protect your lower back. But make sure your head is falling all the way down. And just hang here. Enjoy the stretch. You can sway from side to side. You might be getting a great stretch in your neck. On your next inhale, come to a halfway lift. This can be on your fingertips, your shins, or your thighs. Pick your journey. Exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And now on this inhale, as slow as you can, slowly roll all the way up. Feel your vertebrae stacking one on top of another. You can let your hands rest on your legs. And then you will arrive in mountain pose. You want to feel your feet grounding into the earth, and sometimes help you do that. You can lift all 10 toes. See if you're doing equal weight throughout your entire feet, and then slowly put your toes back down. In mountain pose, we want our chest nice and broad, we want our heart radiating forward, and we still want to stand tall. So feel the crown of your head being lifted up. And with mountain pose, it's almost like an upward current of energy through your front body and a downward current of energy through your back. So that can help you feel a little bit more grounded. So breathe here for 2 breaths. Once more. All right, let's have fun. All right, so inhale, bend your knees, and inhale all the way up. Look up. Exhale, rain it down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank pose. When you're in plank, you can always come to knee down plank. Modify as you see fit. We're going to go through a vinyasa sequence. So if you are new to the practice and want to do knee down plank with me, you can do that. If you are experienced, you can go right into your chaturanga and up dogs, but I'll explain what those mean in a second. So as you come here to your knees, you're going to exhale, bend your elbows close to your ribs, and come all the way down on your mat. Really press your tops of your feet into your mat. Have your hands next to your ribs, and we're going to inhale to baby cobra. This is stretching out your back body and strengthening your back muscles. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Really pressing your pelvis into the floor. And you can always test yourself if you're using your back muscles by lifting your hands. Exhale, forward. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, forward. Now you can inhale and either come all the way up to plank. Inhale up to tabletop. And then come back into your downward dog. We're going to do a couple sun salutations. So inhale, look forward. Exhale, stride or walk to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to swan dive all the way up this time and look up to the sky. Exhale, heart center. When you come to mountain, it is always a good time to rethink about your intention. So think about your intention here for one breath. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your hands up to the sky. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. This is our vinyasa sequence. So again, you can come down to your knees, or you can be in full plank. This time you can inhale forward, rocking on your toes. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, you can now come to full cobra, which you're pressing up and you're lifting your arms a little bit more. Exhale down. Inhale, make your way back to downward dog, whatever works for you. So that can be through knee down plank, table, or you can press up through plank and come all the way back into downward dog. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale to mountain. Beautiful job. Inhale, lift all the way up, look up. Exhale, rain it down. Have fun with it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and move through your vinyasa. So if you're experienced or want to give it a try, you can go through chaturanga to up dog. Or you can stick with whatever modifications you're doing. So if you're going through chaturanga, we're going to inhale forward. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway down. Inhale, you want to be lifting your hips off the mat, getting your back bend in. Exhale, down dog. So let's just breathe here for 3 breaths. You can still pedal it out if your legs are still a little tight. And take a cleansing breath if you need it. In through nose, out through mouth. One more breath. Right, when you're ready, you're going to inhale from down dog your right leg to the sky, and we're going to bring it through to your hands. If it doesn't make it there, help it up. So you're bringing your right foot right under your right knee, and we're bringing our right foot in the middle of our hands. Lower your back leg. Again, if you need some support, add a blanket or roll up your mat. And now we are in low lunge. So take a second here to feel it out. See what your hips are feeling like in this pose. And when you're ready, you can inhale to your knee, exhale, and then inhale your hands all the way up. And sink here and feel this. Sometimes you want to come all the way forward, but that we always want to make sure that your knee is right over your ankle. So if you feel like you can take the stretch a little bit deeper, go for it. And when you're comfortable, we can inhale, get tall. Exhale, look up to the sky, and maybe add a little back bend. And breathe here. If you're in the back bend, inhale, look forward. Exhale, everyone bring your hands down. We're going to do a shoulder stretch because many of us have probably been in front of our computers working at home. So you want to take your hands behind your back and interlace your palms. Being here with your elbows bent might be a good enough stretch for you. If you need a little more, you're going to straighten your arms and take your palms down. And you can stay in a stretch. And if you have the room, you can maybe take your shoulders off your back. Make sure your heart's leaning forward. Sometimes the tendency is to dip down. We want to have head over heart, heart over pelvis. And breathe. Inhale, one more breath. Exhale, bring it down. Frame your front foot. Now you are welcome to stay on your knee. We're going to take a twist. So if you want to stay on your knee, go for it. If you want to take it a little bit more, tuck your left toes. Inhale your leg up, strong legs. You're going to plant your left hand next to your right foot. Then inhale, stretch your arm all the way up, almost like you're pulling a bow and arrow. And breathe. Take one more inhale, maybe look up. Exhale, frame your front foot. And then inhale, we're actually just going to step our back foot to the front and meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. If you feel the need to cleanse the breath, go for it. In through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to go to the other side. So inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, and this time you're stepping your right foot all the way back. Again, make sure your knee is right over your ankle. And to start, we're going to drop our right knee to the ground. You can either keep your toes tucked or untuck your toes. That works for me. Something might work differently in your body. Take a second to see how the stretch feels. The sides might be very different. No judgment, just notice. Inhale, bring your hands to your knee. Then inhale, lift all the way up. Make sure your head is over your heart, heart over pelvis. And when ready, if you feel like you can do it, exhale, you can sink a little bit deeper into your hips. And breathe. If you took the back bend on the right side, we can take it here. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, look to the sky and maybe have a little bit of a backwards bend. And breathe. If you're in the bend, come back up to the top. And now we're going to take the shoulder stretch on this side. This time the interesting way, meaning whatever thumb you don't usually put on top. And usually you can tell if it feels weird. So again, you can interlace your hands and maybe have them at your lower back, if that's a good enough stretch for you. Or you can stretch your shoulders all the way down, keep your heart shining forward. And maybe you can lift your hands off your lower back. Maybe not. And breathe. On your next exhale, release your hands, frame your front foot, and we're going to take that twist. So feel free to stay in your knee, or if you're following with me, tuck your back toes, lift up into your strong low lunge, plant your right hand next to your foot, and like a bow and arrow, inhale your hand all the way up to the sky. One more inhale, maybe look all the way up. Exhale, frame your front foot. And this time we'll go through a vinyasa. So take your left foot back to meet your right in high plank. And take whatever vinyasa works for you. So it's inhale forward. Exhale down, maybe the chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or your cobras. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Take 3 deep breaths here in your down dog or any resting posture. On your next inhale, lift your right foot up high. Exhale, bring your foot right in between your hands. So now you're going to turn your left foot almost like you're making heel to arch alignment. So your left foot is now facing the edge of your mat. And we are going to lift up into warrior 2. So your arms are parallel to the earth. Your right leg is bent over your right ankle. And we are opening up our hips. So sometimes the tendency here is to lean forward. Really make sure that you're head over heart, heart over pelvis. We're having a full body experience in Warrior Two. And just sit and sink into this pose. This is one of my favorite poses because I really feel like I can feel the energy going out through my fingertips. Your gaze should be right over your fingertips of your right hand. And breathe. Then we're going to go into a little flow. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your hands and straighten your front leg. Maybe look to the sky if your neck is good with that. Exhale back to Warrior Two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Warrior Two. And take 2 more with your own breath. Take your time. Last one. Beautiful. Stay here in your Warrior Two for a breath. Inhale, you're going to reach forward with your front hand and slide your left hand down your back leg and maybe lift up into your peaceful warrior. Enjoy it. Feel that stretch in your front body. And exhale, have fun with this. We're going to exhale and we're going to cartwheel our hands back to frame our front foot. And let's go through a vinyasa. So take your right foot back and choose your journey. Inhale forward. Exhale, come down. Inhale to your back bend of your choice. Exhale, knee back up in downward dog. Beautiful. Take a breath here. Inhale. Now we're going to go to the left side. So inhale, lift your left foot up high. 3-legged dog. Exhale, slip your left foot forward in between your hands. Again, if it doesn't get there, help it up there. Be kind to yourself. Then have fun with it again. Here we're going to lift up, cartwheel our arms into Warrior Two on the left side. If your arms get tired, feel free to bring them to your hips. You're still doing a lot of great work in your legs. Otherwise, keep your hands inhaled at parallel height and just sit here in your warrior for a second. Feel strong. Feel your strong body and all of that energy surging through you. If you're feeling brave, you can close your eyes. Take one more breath here. Then we'll go into our flow. So inhale, lift your hands, straighten your front leg. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, lift. Take 2 more on your own. And let's meet into your Warrior Two. Take a breath. Inhale, reach your left arm, forward, and slide back into your peaceful warrior. Feel that nice stretch in your front body. And then exhale, have fun with it. Cartwheel all the way down. And this time we're just gonna step our right foot back up to meet our left in a forward fold. Let's do some ragdoll here. So you can take your feet a little bit wider than your hips, and you can clasp the opposite elbows and just hang. Almost feel like all of this stuff that you don't need, negativity, bad thoughts, stress, worries about coronavirus, about grocery shopping. For a second, just let it go here. Sometimes it's nice also to take out your hair here, but let it go. Feel like That negative energy is just dripping from the crown of your head onto the floor. And breathe. No matter the negativity or the bad energy we might have, your breath is always there to catch you. All right, inhale, bring your feet back. You can tiptoe them in, bring them back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Upward current of energy through your front body. Downward energy through your back. And bring your hands to heart center. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to come wide on my mat, and you can do the same. We're going to go into a wide-legged forward fold. So you can take your legs as wide as comfortable and really ground down through the outside edges of your feet. If you have any tendonitis issues, then really ground your energy towards the inside of your feet. Make sure you're doing what's right to your body. Be kind to yourself. So as we're here, let's inhale into 5-pointed star. Exhale, really bend from your hip points. So to help you too, you can bring your hands down to your hips and bend over your hip creases. And come down to the ground. Feel free to bend your knees slightly. Don't lock them out. And let's just hang out here. Really make sure that you have equal weight in the heels of your feet and the ball mounds. And keep inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, you can come to a halfway lift, which might be fingertips or your hands to your hips. And I'm going to invite you to do that shoulder stretch again that we did towards the beginning of class. So you can take your hands and bring them behind your back and interlace your palms. And exhale, you might fold forward again from your hips and lift your hands up as high as you can. Take 2 more deep belly breaths. Exhale, bring your hands down. And then bring your hands to your hips and slowly and comfortably, and protect your knees. We're going to inhale with a flat back all the way back up. Beautiful job. And here, just take a second. This is almost like your power stance or superhero stance, and feel your energy. Notice your body. Notice if there's any changes from the beginning of practice to now, but no judgment. All right, when you're ready, you can either heel tail your feet back into the center, or you can have fun with it and hop. Awesome job. All right, we are going to, I'm actually going to check the time on the video. Okay, we're going to come back down to the ground to start to cool down. So come any way that you're comfortable. You're going to come lie flat on your back and come all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest and just give yourself a hug. There's not a lot of times we get to give ourselves a hug. And you might roll back and forth because it feels really good on your lower back. And then release your hands, and where your feet are right now, they're parallel to the ground. Just sway your legs to the right side and have them land. And then when you're ready, and if it's comfortable on your neck, take your gaze over to your left. And we are in a supine twist. And breathe. Feel free to close your eyes. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, bring your legs down to your left. When comfortable and when ready, take your gaze over to the right. And breathe. Breathe into your lower back. On your next inhale, come to center. And we're going to come to the best pose in yoga, but maybe also the most challenging for your mind. Going to come into Shavasana. So you want to take your hands and have them a little wider than shoulder width, palms facing up this time. Take your feet down to your mat and stretch your legs out nice and long. Let your feet splay wide and let yourself settle in here. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. In through nose, out through the mouth. Feel your entire back body being supported by the earth. The earth's got you. It's got your back. So does your breath. Again, you can do a full body scan and start to relax the crown of your head to the floor. Relax the skin of your face. Relax that space in between your eyebrows. Let your lips part a little bit and take your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Feel your shoulders sinking into the mat. Feel your arms getting heavy. Feel your abdomen and your lower back supported by the ground. Feel your pelvis sinking into the earth. Feel your legs getting so heavy. And just be here and do absolutely nothing. Whenever you let yourself, without guilt, do absolutely nothing. Be here. It's your mind's job to think. So if a thought comes across, recognize it and just let it go. I'll call you back when the time is right. Very slowly, come back to your breath. Maybe a cleansing breath to stir you. In through nose, out through the mouth. Introduce small movements like wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, maybe rocking your head left to right. Slowly make those movements even bigger. Maybe getting into your wrists, into your elbows, into your knees. Give yourself one last hug. Roll to the right side of your mat with your arm as pillow. And take a moment here to be grateful for your practice. And take a moment to just notice how you feel. When you are ready, inhale your left leg out long, press into your left hand, and come back to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center, and if you feel comfortable, keep your eyes closed. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for honoring your body and being kind to yourself. The light in me honors the light in you, and all together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day.